Hello, I'm Graham Elwood, and you are watching The Political. So today we're going to talk about an article in the February 8th edition of the USA Today entitled Terrorism List Fails to Show Ties to Trump's Travel Ban. 78 attacks have little bearing on fight over immigration order. This is by David Jackson and Gregory Court of USA Today. What this article goes into is, so the White House released this list of terror attacks that have happened prior to his travel ban, and it's the White House saying, see why we need this travel ban. And then some of the article goes into how Trump doesn't like the press, and they're all lying. The press is all lying, and I want to see the press call him more on his crap. But I read this article, and it'll go in. I'll go into the stats on it. How basically only 2 attacks were done by green card holders. Everything else was like American citizens, where they happened outside of America. But Trump's victory just shines a light on all of the awful shit of America. That's what this is. I'm not excusing Trump's crap or Bannon and his Nazi bullshit or all this corporate greedy nonsense, but it wasn't like we were this perfect, peace-loving, awesome country and then Trump just came out of nowhere. No, this has been building for a while, and he is just the manifestation of years of greed, years of war, years of apathy by us. We're a little bit to blame, America. All of us have to take a little bit of a hard look at ourselves and how did we let this happen? Again, I'm not excusing. You might be going, well, I'm just one person in these corporations. Yeah, they did. But we haven't stood up and fought them. We haven't. We've just kind of let it happen, And whenever one of our team members won the presidency, we went, yay, and we never held them accountable. Never held them accountable. And liberals and conservatives are all guilty of this. We're all guilty of this. And now Trump is just doing crazy, crazy shit, and it's going to affect everybody, for the most part, pretty negatively. He's only been in the White House 3 weeks. Just wait when all this legislature comes down. But we need to all take responsibility for that and then go, how can we, because everyone needs to participate in a democracy. But Hillary represented everything wrong with American politics, and Trump represents everything that's wrong with America. Greedy, selfish, we're the best when we're not, liars, war, fuck the poor. America has traveled around the world like a rich kid in a sports car doing, driving across the lawn of a poor person. I mean, we've rigged elections, we've started wars, we've bombed poor people. It's just like, we've also done some good. We've done some good. But we got, Trump is just the manifestation of decades and decades of our greedy bullshit. So, but there's some great craziness from the Trumpertons in this article. One of the things that when the White House released, Press Secretary Sean Spicer said Tuesday that the list demonstrated the reason the president is acting in so many ways as he has, with executive order and otherwise, connecting the president's claims to the legal battle over his order banning people from 7 predominantly Muslim countries from traveling to the United States. Quote, and I think what we need to do is remind people that the earth is a very dangerous place these days. Sean Spicer said that. Yeah, stay scared. They got to keep us scared and divided, man. Stay scared, America. Don't go outside. There is Muslims. There's brown people committing crimes against everywhere. Stay scared, America. We'll save you. Government will come in and make it all better. We need to remind the American people how scary the earth is. The whole planet's scary. There's scary clean air, and we gotta, there's scary soil that is preventing you from getting the oil underneath it. So we gotta bust through that scary soil and get it out. There's scary Native Americans who won't let us build a peace-loving, patriotic eagle flag pipeline through it. Jesus fucking Christ. These guys don't even listen to the crazy bullshit that they say. So here are the going into the details of the list. Most of the incidents were perpetrated by homegrown terrorists, with only 11 involving a demonstrated connection to the 7 banned nations. Only 10 of the incidents happened on U.S. soil. There were 78 total incidents in the last year, I believe. While some of the incidents involved dozens of deaths, 38 had no fatalities. 3 of the incidents aren't even properly classified as terrorist incidents, according to the National Consortium on Study of Terrorism and Responses to Terrorism. They include an attack by a French national who killed his British backpacking companion in Australia after she rejected his advances. I don't know if that's terrorism. That's just a creep that couldn't get laid and then killed a woman. Like, what an asshole. The list was compiled after the president made his claim that the news organizations ignored or downplayed terrorist attacks tied to Muslims, but the White House list included well-chronicled large-scale attacks, including shootings and bombings in Orlando, Brussels, Paris, and San Bernardino, California. And the list contained several errors, including the date of the 2015 attack in Bosnia-Herzegovina. That attack, which killed 2 soldiers, was carried out by a French national who is said to have fundamentalist views, although no terror group claimed responsibility. Nevertheless, the White House claimed the events have not received the spectacular attention they deserve. Yeah, because the press is lying. Yeah, the press doesn't cover certain shit. It's unbelievable. And Trump just posts fake news, fake, everyone's out to get me, fake. But here's what this list includes. 78 terrorist attacks, 40 resulted in deaths, 21 knife attacks, 11 demonstrated connections to 7 banned nations, 8 attacks by U.S. citizens, 2 attacks by green card holders. Oh, God, they're such jackwagons. After checking its archives, NBC News said it covered 57 of the 78 attacks on the Trump list, incidents that resulted in the deaths of 745 people. By contrast, the network reported, the 21 attacks NBC News did not cover were smaller incidents in places like Egypt, Bosnia, or Bangladesh, resulting in the deaths of just 8 people total. Oh, this is what Trump's doing, man. It's like, the terrorists. Who? Like Dylan Roof in South Carolina that went and killed a bunch of people in a church? He was a crazy white nationalist. The neo-Nazi militias in this country are terrifying. If I was president, I would put those assholes on a terror list. If Graham Elwood were to run for president, I would run on the, guess what? I'm going after any of the heavily armed militias and the white supremacy groups. They're homegrown terrorists and they threaten all of us. Like, Oklahoma City, you remember that? Or the guy in Quebec that I reported about, which was not a Moroccan Muslim terrorist. He was a white kid who was ties to white nationalist organizations. Oh, man. But who do you believe? Huh? It's all a bunch of filthy bags of lies. All right, guys. Let's try to make Gotham great again. Give me your thoughts.